Hello students, today I am going to explain you the first chapter of ninth class physics, motion. So before that, let's define what is physics. So physics, it is a branch of science which deals with study of visible substance with evidence. So whatever we see, we should have an evidence, then only we accept this as a branch of science that is nothing but physics. So here the first chapter is called as motion. So motion comes under a branch of science that is called as mechanics. In physics we have various types of branches. In that, motion comes under a branch which is called as mechanics. Okay, here before that we are going to see here there is an object. The object is changing its position continuously from position A to B with respect to time. So the object changes its position continuously with respect to time. It is moving from A to B here. Okay, so a body is said to be under motion when it changes its position continuously with respect to time. So what is motion? A body is said to be under motion when it changes its position continuously with respect to time. Example, traveling in bus or a train. So here we are going to see motion and rest are relative terms. Motion and rest are relative terms here. So how motion and rest are relative terms here we are going to see here. Here you have a house, right, and you have a person at position A and you have a person at position B. So here we are just drawing the positions here, okay, north, south, east, west. Now the position of the house is the same. Here you can see that there is no change in the position of the house. The position of the house is the same, but the reference point of it is different for the person who is standing at position A and the person who is standing at position B. For example, you can see here as the house is the reference point here. Okay, for the person B, the house is towards the west side. For the person A, the house is on the east side. Okay, you got it here. So here what is the reference point? We can see that house is the reference point. For B, you see that the position for the B person, you see the house is towards the west side, whereas for the person A, the house is on the east side. So here this reference point is very important. Okay, for that we are going to take one more example here. You have a river, you have a boat, okay, and you have some mountains, everything. You can see there is a person A and person B, right? Okay, now you can see there are two more persons who are standing on the bank of the river there. So that is person C and D here. So same way we are going to write north, south, east, west there. So for the person C, the boat is moving towards east. If it is observed by the person A, the position of B is said to be at rest. If it is observed by C, the position of B is at motion there. So here you can see for the person who is C, the boat is actually moving towards the east. Okay, and if the same thing is observed by A, the position of B is at rest, and if it is observed by the position C, you see that the B is said to be in motion. So person A, when he is observing B, he is said to be at the rest. Okay, I'm continuing the last part of it in the next video. So here you have a river, you have a person A, B, and on the bank of the river you have two persons C and D. For the person C, the boat is moving towards east. If it is observed by A, you can see the position of the B is said to be at rest. And if the same person, if he is observed by C, you see that B is said to be at motion. So it is very important, the reference point. So by using this reference point, we are going to define what is motion. A body is said to be in motion when there is change in the body continuously with respect to time and reference point. You can see here you have time and reference point. Reference point plays a very important role. A body is said to be in motion when there is change in the body continuously with respect to time and reference point. So here what is playing a very important role? You can see that the reference point plays a very important role there. Okay, here I'm going to tell you the difference between distance and displacement. Okay, so what is distance? You can see here is an object. Okay, this object is moving. So the entire path covered by a body, the entire path covered by a body is said to be distance. For example, here you have the classroom and you have to go to the washroom there, right? So the way to the washroom is this one, but you're covering the entire path and you're moving to the washroom. So that is said to be distance here. So what is displacement? You can see that the shortest distance between the initial point and the final point, or the initial position and the final position in a specified direction, is called as displacement. So here this is called as the displacement. The entire path which is covered is called as a distance here. And you can see that distance is said to be a scalar magnitude. It is a scalar magnitude. Whereas displacement is a vector. Why? Because it has both direction and magnitude. Whereas the distance, it has only magnitude. There is no direction. You can see it is measured in meter. Displacement is also measured in meter, whereas distance is represented by D, displacement is represented by S. You can see here you have a triangle PQR. Okay, you have a triangle PQR. You can see PQ is 4 meters and QR is 5 meters. If you add this PQ plus QR, okay, you get it 9 meters. So what is that? That is the distance. Now, but when it comes to the displacement for the same triangle here, you have to see the shortest distance, not the entire path. So here PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. How do you get this from? This is by the Pythagoras theorem there. So when you do this and solve it, you get it is at root of 41. So the value, this displacement is root of 41 there. So I hope you understood. Again, I'm explaining you distance is nothing but the entire path covered by a body. Displacement is nothing but the shortest distance between the initial and the final position in a specified direction. Distance is a scalar quantity. Why? Because it has only magnitude. Displacement is a vector quantity. Why? Because it has both magnitude and direction. So distance is measured in meter. Whereas displacement is also measured in meter. It is denoted by D, whereas displacement is denoted by S. Okay, and you can see that when you take the distance for a triangle PQR, you can see PQ is 4 meters, QR is 5 meter, PQ plus QR is equal to 9 meters. Okay, now if you take the triangle PQR, you use the Pythagoras theorem for the hypotenuse square is equal to sum of two sides. So PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square. That will give rise to the value substituting 4 square plus 5 square. You will get it as root of 41. The same thing here, you can see for the distance, you can see here, okay, you have the circumference here, and the circumference is nothing but 2 pi r. Okay, so this is nothing but the half of the circle there. So circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. So this is hemicircle. For the hemicircle, you take it as half into 2 pi r. If you take the radius is 14 centimeter, and if you substitute the value, you will get 22 by 7 into 14. If you do it, you will get 44 meter there. Okay, when it comes to displacement, you see that it is the shortest distance. So that is nothing but the diameter. So diameter is nothing but 2 into r there. So what is the radius of this one, you see it is 14 centimeter. So therefore displacement is equal to 2 into 14, that is equal to 28 meter. Here again I am explaining you. If you take a semicircle, you see that the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. Now this is the entire distance which is covered from A to B. So for that you are going to write the circumference. So half of the circle here, half into 2 pi r. When you substitute the values of the radius and the pi value, you will get it as 44 meter. When it comes to displacement, I told the shortest distance covered from the initial position to the final position, that is nothing but the displacement. So here displacement is nothing but the diameter. So diameter is equal to 2 times of radius. So displacement is equal to 2 into 14. So you get the value of displacement is equal to 28 meter. So thank you students. I hope you understand the difference between distance and displacement.